Hello, it's nice to be back on the channel with you all, and it's Kate Inspires, the place where purpose meets finance. It's simple what we do here. We talk to ourselves about how we can discover, pursue, and fulfill our purposes and also become financially free while we are doing so. So, very quickly, I just want to strike a balance based on the conversation we've been having for a while now, and that has been around the conversation information who, where we said what you know matters, but who you know matters much more. And then I've seen a couple of questions where people are now asking, does it mean that what I know is does not count? Does it mean that getting to build myself, my capacity in terms of acquiring more knowledge, more skill to get better, does it mean it does not necessarily count in me becoming successful? So that's not completely true. In fact, what makes information who relevant is information what. The only reason why someone will refer you or recommend you for a job or for a task or for a role is because there is an information what, there is something you can do, you can deliver. So, in as much information who is what makes you, is what determines how the level of reward, the level of appreciation you get for what you know. It first starts with information what. If there is no information what, information who will be useless. Check around you. There are people who are working in probably high organizations right now, people of high status around your life, people who are well to do around your life, but yet they don't tend to recommend you for anything. They don't tend to call you for anything. They don't tend to mention your name at any table. Why? Because the tables where they preside over, the tables where their voices count, the type of things they do on that table, you cannot deliver. For instance, you are a graphics designer now, and if you know 10 big men around you, 10 successful women around you, uncles, aunties who are doing exceedingly well around you, but the spaces where they operate is far completely different from the tech world. It will be difficult for them to mention you at any point in the meeting. Why? Because what you are doing, the information you have, is not needed where they are what, where they have influence. In as much as you want to begin to consciously build your information who, you need to understand that information what is what makes information who uh, of use. Because if you have information who, you know who and who, you know certain people, you know high ranking people, high profile individuals in the society, but you don't have things you can deliver, they won't recommend you for anything. So in as much as you are beginning to build relationships, you need to be sure that you are building even much more your what information. So what do I know yesterday? What do I know today? There must be a difference. What is the industry standard in where I'm operating now? Why? Because in as much as information who will get you access to the room, what keeps you in the room, what determines how long you stay in that room is information what. I'll take that again. In as much as information who determines, grants you access to the room, what determines if you stay in the room and how long you are going to stay in that room is information what. Meaning recommendations can get you the job, recommendations can get you the position, recommendation can get you the deal. What determines if the deals will keep coming, what determines if you will stay long in that position, what determines if that role will be yours for a very long time is what? Competence. Recommendation is good. In fact, recommendation helps you get access to places you might not have gotten to easily, but competence is what will keep you there. So information who grants you access, information what determines how long you stay in that room. So as you begin to build relationships, also making sure that you have competence to deliver, so that after you've been recommended, after you've gained access to the room, after you gain access to the opportunities, you not now lose it because you cannot make use of the opportunity. So you need to, for you to be successful, for you to become financially free, for you to fulfill your purpose, you need to strike a balance between information what and information who. So as I am building capacity, getting better in terms of skills, getting latest information, getting latest updates in my field. I'm also consciously building relationships with people who will appreciate what I do at a very high level and reward me highly for that, because I don't want to know so much and be rewarded with little. And I don't want to gain access to people who can reward me with so much, and yet what I can deliver to them is so little, because it means I would definitely lose that opportunity. So as you are building information, what you are building information who, as you are showing up consistently and intentionally, you are making sure that those who are able to access the things you are posting, the things you are presenting to the world, are people who will first appreciate what you do, and then people who can reward you for what you do. So you show up consistently, you show up intentionally, and you are genuinely building relationships with people who can make your consistency and your intentionality productive and make it favorable even to you. So till I come your way again, I need you to remain financially sharp, stay in the financial game, do everything legally and morally right to fulfill your purpose and become financially free, because a generation is counting on you and you cannot afford to fail them. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends and family. Remember, a generation is counting on you. Thank you.